Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Madisonville Marine, and big deals right now. G3 has rebates of up to $1,500 back on select models. Skeeter has rebates of up to $1,500 back on select models. Yamaha offering up to a 5-year extended warranty and a discount of up to $500 back on select models of motors. There is no better place to buy boats or motors. Madisonville Marine. Okay, there were some interesting comments about Tennessee this week. I want to quickly run through these. If you guys want to chime in, you can. I'm going to have to blaze through them. My friend Jimmy Himes does this every year. I think he did it at SEC Media Days. He goes and gets the rival coaches in the SEC to comment on their rivals, but they do it anonymously, which means he gets a more honest take. 3 of those coaches talked about Butch Jones, UT, and Phillip Fulmer also talked about UT this week. Let me take a breath and run through these comments, and we'll see if anybody has anything to chime in. All right, this is an anonymous coach. You find this on gridironnow.com. And I tweeted it last night, tweeted a link. So if you're looking for this on gridironnow.com, gridironnow.com, you can find it from the tweet I put out last night. All right. This is Butch Jones' 4th year, and he's done a hell of a job. This ain't a make or break year, but this is a year where he needs to win 10. This is his double-digit year. He needs to win the East. That from another SEC coach. Everyone agrees with that, don't they?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next one. Hiring Bob Shoop was a good move. He will be better than Jancic. The offense has playmakers at the skill positions. The offensive line is an Achilles heel, but I think it's improved.
I take issue with that one. I think you can say that it may be the weaker of the links is the position groups, but Achilles heel to me is they're bad. I don't think they're bad.
Okay, all right, that's not the weak spot according to Bob. Next one, the next quote, there we go. Hardest thing to do in the SEC is break through and win those crucial games. And when it gets tight, that's hard. It's a culture. You have to develop the culture. It just doesn't happen. I don't know if they have that culture yet. We won't know until this season. Mike Strange.
Well, that's pretty fair when you look at the games last year, the Florida game, the Oklahoma game. But they've also coming back from down to win that Georgia game 2 years ago at South Carolina, pulling that game. So they pulled some games out and that helps build a culture. So I don't think that culture is totally missing. It's getting there.
I agree with you. I think you've seen it grow. Whether it's time to kick in the door yet, that's what we're going to find out. But the culture is improved, no question. All right, and former Vol coach Phillip Fulmer, who says he's been over there and watched them a few times. Here's what he made. A couple of comments I thought were interesting. We've made some changes on defense, and I hope that helps us because we didn't line up well on defense at times last year. I can think about the Florida game. You've just got to do it because sometimes getting over the hurdle is harder than getting to the hurdle. I hope we can, and I believe we can. Any thoughts on that comment from Coach Phillip Fulmer?
I think Phillip Fulmer is right to believe that Tennessee can. One reason, a big reason, is Darren Kirkland Jr. Remember last year at middle linebacker, they had a big problem. Oklahoma, Florida as well. Those were big problems, and Tommy Thigpen raved about Darren Kirkland Jr., that he's ahead of what they expected out of him, and they expect a lot out of him. So I think he will help with where they're lining up early on.
Certainly need him depending on the health of Jalen Reeves-Maybin as well. If he's if you go into the season with a bum shoulder and you're not 100% and you're a linebacker in the SEC, it's going to be tough to keep that healthy all year long.
Especially as many tackles as he's
he's a tackling machine. So you hope that he can stay healthy the whole year, and you need Kirkland to step up because basically they're playing a 4-2-5. Everyone is now in this day and age. All right. When we come back, 4 rapid-fire questions on the Volunteers, and then a big announcement about the Sports Source. Come on back.